Howdy guys, welcome back. Here we are, finally on another episode. Sorry it took me a few days, but just got back from a little bit of vacation, as you guys know, in Las Vegas, and my goodness, how much fun that was. And I'm also just doing a trade show simultaneously. That actually just finished today, so I am definitely exhausted. And you can probably hear it in my voice a little bit. But I'm so eager to play this game. Like, I'm sorry I didn't get this out sooner. Like, I've just been dreaming about this city, but I was just so worn out when I got home yesterday. Anyway, so I've just been tinkering around a little bit, just kind of fixing some traffic problems here and there. And I did something rather ambitious, and it took me, like, just what feels like forever to do, which is why I did it off camera. But let me show you. It's pretty cool, actually. Alright, so let me sneak a peek over here. It's basically just this whole area here has been changed. Pretty darn cool, if I say so myself. So, what I was noticing is there's actually a big backlog of traffic, or at least there was, on the bridge, and actually made it like almost halfway down the bridge, which was kind of alarming. So what I ended up doing is busting out the roads here and some buildings, created this nifty roundabout, and we have a couple in and outs kind of going for the roundabout here. And it was crazy because like all the all the transit lines had to be fixed and everything too, so it was quite the headache. Anyway, so the trains now, instead of being a bridge, they're a tunnel. They go underneath here, which is pretty cool. If you're a transit vehicle, or if you're just kind of going to, say, like this little inner quadrant right here, or this little office zone right here type thing, what you'll do is you'll probably take the roundabout. But I created a bypass just to kind of let traffic, you know, just kind of get some breathing room too. Because before I put the bypass in, I found that everything was a little bit still chaotic. I'm just loving this now. And then so what I did was put in some, you know, little park asset style, big kind of walking paths and everything, and all the rocks and everything that we kind of do. And yeah, I think it turned out really nicely. So I'm very happy with this. Really cool. And the traffic, much better over here. No backups. It is really, really, really high volume through here, so we're going to have to kind of keep an eye on things, but I think so far so good. So these were downgraded to four-lane avenues, just on both sides of the roundabout, simply because I only have 2 lanes in the roundabout. We don't have a 3-lane with a tram track, but I don't really think you'd have that in the roundabout anyhow. So yeah, I'm happy with this. So this works out really well. Okay. Besides that, I just went around the city and I just added a few little improvements here and there. And here's something else I found that actually worked really well. Is this little part of road right here, because we're using the mods that give us the more road options, I have a 4-lane one-way road. So the 2-lane highway here breaks into turning lanes. So 2 for the left, 2 for the right. Just gives a little bit more options for traffic to kind of queue. So that was just on both sides of our little in-town highway right here. I noticed that made a very big difference. So remember before this was a little bit further backed up, right? Anyway, traffic in general, it's an ongoing battle, but I think we're doing okay. The 6-lane here is doing pretty well. So what I've gone ahead and done as well is upgraded these guys to high density just to kind of get a little bit more people in here. Anyway, without further ado, I thought we would start work on the harbor. And, oh goodness, one more thing to point out. So I've actually moved our, what are these things called? Water treatment, I guess? Yeah, over here on the side of the bay. And this pollution zone should go away. And I still have to figure out what's going on with my little custom assets. And eventually we'll get rid of these, but just, you know, keep them there for the moment. And I also figured out, too, because some of you were nice enough to kind of share some insight on this. I have the press copy of this game, and there's incompatibilities with this current copy and some of the terraforming. And I believe that's because Colossal Order is shortly releasing an in-game terraforming version of their own. I don't have a date on that, but I was reading that in one of the dev updates, so I'm excited for that. So unfortunately, I can't do any terraforming with our harbor area, so we'll have to kind of make do with the area that we have. But totally no problem. I think we should be totally okay to still make something really killer over here. And then down the road when we get the terraforming in, which really shouldn't be too long, then we can kind of do some improvements to the area. So I'm all about coming back to areas, you know, and improving them, and I like that kind of stuff. All right, well let's just jump in. Let's have some fun here. Okay. Now we'll probably not get it all done in one episode, which is, you know, totally fine. We're really in no rush here. I want to make sure we do a darn good job. Oh, and one other thing before I forget, I also put a little on-ramp just right here, just to alleviate a little bit of the traffic flow in the roundabout. And then you can kind of see since then, magnifique, much better. So traffic, again, ongoing battle. I think if anything, we have a little bit of tram traffic, but I guess that's because everyone's kind of making their way over here. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. Alright, so I was saying that what I wanted to do was maybe bring in a train line that kind of comes down this road or so, and we can have it break off over here, and maybe we can have 4 or 5 little breakaway arms, and we can start making like our ourselves like a little train yard, and then we can probably move this road a little bit more. So we can probably use some of the roads to kind of help terraform a little bit. And then we can put up some of those little seawall assets and just, we'll see how things kind of turn out. Okay, so I probably want to move these, I think, first. But we'll keep them nearby, just as like a little visual reminder. And actually, you know, how's the train going to come in? Probably this way. So I think we'll be on the other side of the tracks. Or the other side of the road, I should say. So let's just put these all up here for the moment. Again, just to remind us to use them. I have a terrible tendency to, oh, look how much money we have, yes! I just let the game kind of run as I was tinkering around. And we now have beaucoup d'argent. But I feel like we're going to spend, like, so much of it, so bye-bye money. And we seem to be also, too, just in the midst of a death wave. And, you know, a death wave, it kind of happens when you, like, with the style of building that we do, it's pretty common. Because we're always pausing the game, we're developing an area, and then we zone all of it at once, and then, like, theoretically, in a very short time, like, you know, within the game, all these people move in, and they're more or less the same kind of age, right? Or if they're having kids and stuff at the same time, they're all kind of aging together. So you get these big waves of people that kind of die at the same time, too. As morbid as that sounds, but that's kind of what the death waves are, so just, you know, be advised of that. So if you were to, like, kind of lay all the roads ahead of time, if you had, like, you know, infinite money on or whatever, and then you were to zone all at once, you might run into, you know, a lot of problems with that. And the death waves are kind of reoccurring, because theoretically, you get all the same people moving right back in afterwards. So just, you know, keep an eye on things. Alright. Oh, and also, this was a super awesome tip. This came in from Reddit. I got a little message in my inbox. If I press period, you get the one-way arrows. Just on any view, which is super convenient. I remember seeing that a few episodes ago that I wanted that feature. And it's already there. I love it. Okay, so trains. Alright. Now, I was just thinking, I don't have the, yeah, some of the mods aren't working, so how are we going to get our train yard? Now, I should be able to, I probably should have tested this beforehand. I should be able to just drop in, some of the custom train assets over top with prop anarchy on. I think before you had to have the no pillars things selected. So we'll kind of see. Alright, now I'd like there to be a little bit of symmetry with how the trains come through. So let's try and follow just past this tile line here. So let's just do a little bit at a time. Oh, that's not so bad. Or just do our best to kind of follow along like this. Okay, so we'll just have one. Oh, you know what we could do is have like a little cargo. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, so we'll have, yeah, I know what we're going to do. So my thoughts are now, we should have a cargo train terminal here, and then we can have our little bypass lines, and then maybe we can do a second cargo terminal too, so we'll have trains kind of moving through our train yard. Well, that'll be kind of fun. And then if we use two, I mean, that kind of splits the load, so not too much trucks should kind of go to the one. And then if we put our little harbor things here, theoretically what's happening is freight's coming in by boat, the train's carried over to the train yard, that converts over to trucks, the trucks go onto the highways, you know, make their way through the city. Otherwise, we can start making ourselves an internal cargo line. That's kind of a gamble, but what I know we could do is we could double up on some of the cargo stations, maybe put a few on the outskirts. Actually, you know, we probably could, when we start moving a little bit more out here, we can build ourselves another cargo terminal just by rail and kind of road, so near one of the highways, and we can kind of, yeah, kind of manage how the goods come in. Alright, I like planning for the future like this, it's kind of fun. Okay, so let's just kind of see what a cargo thing would look like here. And actually, we should use some cool custom ones, because I have one that actually works. Standalone, we can use that for decoration. I think this one here, though, yeah, it's working, yes. hint is in the description. So we'll do, say, right there, that's nice. And then we can probably work that curve in. Alright, I like it already. And I do have the one-way track option now. So I was thinking of, you know, trying to use that, but with how finicky some of the mods are, I'm not really keen on using something then, just in case, you know, maybe it is unusable later on type thing. If that made any sense. I think you know what I mean, though. Just bring some water in here. In that one little spot, goodness gracious. Oh, well. Again, I really don't do the nicest pipes. I kind of lost that battle mentally a long time ago. I tried so hard in the beginning, but then I realized I don't see them all the time, so, you know, don't worry. Okay, now the plan was to move this road away. We probably don't really need bike lanes going down to our harbor area. Be very brave if you want to ride your bike around here with the amount of truck traffic and that kind of stuff. So why don't we do... I like these roads here. We can even do the ones that... These are the turning lanes, right? Yeah. Okay, so why don't we make this go a little bit wide? And you know what? Oopsies. Oh, actually, we have the ability to buy any tiles. Let's just do that really quickly. So we had a request to buy... Oh, it looks so interesting seeing the world like this. I'm used to it seeing the other way. So we'll purchase this tile here, because that kind of gives us a little bit more options up in this quadrant. We can probably extend the city a little bit further on. And it's, like, we're so close to our next milestone unlock. So just 60,000, so it's, you know, less than 10,000 people away. May even unlock it in the background here. That was kind of weird seeing a city like that from the overhead view. I'm kind of used to, like, you know, this being the unofficial direction, right? Looking upwards like that. Anyway, a little bit of distraction, sorry about that. Alright, so let's maybe bring this down. And, I mean, is a road with a bridge what we're after? I don't think so. Maybe it's just something like this, per se. Where the road comes a little bit lower. And then if we make this straight... Okay, I think we have to go a little bit at a time here. Yeah, there we go. The road will kind of do the terraforming for us. Ooh, how lovely. Oh, this is great. Oh, yes! Oh, that's so nice. Now that little bump, I think we can get rid of that if we just go like this and redo it. I don't know. We're a tempting phase. Oh, that's much cleaner. Good job. Okay. And same idea. Let's just redo that a little bit. Just a little bit at a time. I'll keep it. It's not the worst. Okay, that's pretty good structure right there, actually, to kind of work with. So let's get ourselves another cargo terminal. And we'll use the in-game one, just for the sake of some variety. And then... I mean, same idea as the last one. They can just be little endpoints. We don't have to have too much happening behind it. But let's give ourselves some room and maybe sneak a track around. I don't know, does that look silly if we just do something like this? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know. I mean, Why am I so indecisive about this? Because I don't particularly dislike that, but at the same time, it doesn't really make sense. Like, no one's going to use this, right? No, let's not do this. I'd rather zone in here and get the rail yard going. Because that'll kind of, I think, mess with the symmetry. Alright, now, I'm a big fan of trains, just in general, so don't feel like you guys have to necessarily do this much in terms of the trains. But what I'm going to do is have the break happen a little bit further up like this, just so that we can have a little bit of a, yeah, you know, just kind of like a nice corridor of like lots of freight traffic going through in terms of the rails. Yeah, I kind of like this. This is cool. And then, oh, you know what we should still do though? Is let's actually, we'll back that up slightly. Because this is our main entry point, let's make the train go up and over here as a bridge, and then that way we still open this up without too much trouble. Okay. So that has to link over here. Doesn't quite look like we're getting the right angle. So why don't we try this? Let's back that up. Yeah, it's getting there. Getting there, getting there, getting there. Alright, so let's maybe instead go from here. And we'll do about 12 units for our little approach. I don't know why we can't see our unit count for that, but let's just eyeball it. Okay, and there. And so that just connects to that. That's smooth enough that I will take it. Oh, interesting. We've actually done the opposite of what I had started with, but that's totally no problem. Okay. Now, do we connect this before we go up to a bridge, or do we do the bridge together? Tough questions. Okay, so I guess we're doing it like this. Those are pretty close together. And then maybe this can just... Oh yeah. Lovely. Alright, that's kind of cool. I like this. Now, like, picture just kind of like lots of looping arms now just kind of coming off. Like that. And now, okay, let me just do a test here, because... Actually, you know what we'll do? We'll just pause with good sunlight, because we have so much money. And really, the population is just going in a small circle, so... I think we're fine. Okay, so let me just put prop anarchy on. And there's two ways I think we can do this. I'm going to try it this way first. If this doesn't work, then we have the other way. Aha, so that's not going to work. Now we know that. And this meat is using just these generic ploppables. I have also... Let's test that actually before we destroy this. Where are you? I think you're in parks. Somewhere in this giant list are some train props. Somewhere. Ooh, trucks close, close. Ooh, here we go. Alright, finally. Alright, nice stuff. Oh, yes, that's what I'm after. Oh my goodness. Okay, cool. Okay. Whoa. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we'll just use these ones here, because that's the easier. I think the other ones I had, those are the ones that are dependent on the no pillars. Oh my goodness. We are about to have an awesome time doing this. Hopefully it doesn't take me 10 years. Okay. Now, what would have been like super cool is if we had another track just full of dead trains kind of going, so that like it looked like the trains were going through the middle of our little freight yard, but I'm fine with the outskirts. We didn't really... I got carried away. Alright, so let's just do this. Like that. Well, it's neat how it's the elevation like that. That's actually really cool. And then we'll just go like this and just connect this on the same curve. Like, really no one's going to drive on it, so this is just for like... just for pretend and for decoration. Okay, and so in order to kind of get them really, really close, just go a little bit behind. And then same with over here. What I'm going to do is go further down, and then when I'm ready to get my my total size or whatever, or ready for the curve, I'll put in some road, and then I'll delete behind the road. That creates a new intersection point. And then from here we can curve it, and it'll have that same nice little... Oh yes, look at that. Cool, I love it. Now the other thing you can do is I don't want to say this is cheating, but you can totally download. Oh goodness, where are you, my friend? I remember this is like a weird spot. Oh, good gravy. Oh right, it's in my it's over here in the highway assets, or the interchanges, I think. Did I just see it? Yes, here it is. I've downloaded this. Oh goodness, this is absolutely huge. Yeah, okay, we'll put it down. I may have to delete everything after, but this you can kind of see it's a pre-made, basically what we're after right now. And I wonder if this would work with the prop banner key. Oh, would you look at that? That's awesome. Okay, well, we know this for next time. So, alright, this will be loud. Sorry, guys. And for the life of me, I have no idea where I found the link for that, but again, I really do have to create this asset thing. It's just, I'm so busy these days, which is like so frustrating. Because it's almost like every weekend now I'm doing a trade show. It's kind of like trade show season. And so yeah, those of you, I mean, those of you who do know, those of you who don't, I work a lot of trade shows for my friend, just like the most random times and hours. And then I work like full-time job during the week. So much to do. But I'm in like one of those modes where I'm just trying to, like, you know, build the empire, right? So I enjoy keeping busy. Because I'm sitting around doing nothing. I don't like that feeling. You know those days where you're just like on the couch, just watching TV, feeling like you should be doing something? I hate that feeling. So I tend to like to keep myself as busy as possible, as often as possible. Okay, so same little trick. And you know what, honestly, I don't mind that we didn't use the that little custom one. This is an interesting little shaped area here, so I think we're actually doing a pretty darn good job just on our own. Yeah, this was kind of neat. And these are still pretty close together, right? And so, I mean, I don't think there's going to be the room for it, but we can probably try. What I was going to probably do is just, yeah, that's not going to work. But like the same general idea. But I'm actually enjoying this little staggered line here. And we can probably do something like this even. Just to make things seem like they're kind of at an endpoint. Who knows? Alright, what direction are these going? Oh, that's so handy. No, let's just do this. That's more logical with the flow of traffic. Okay, I like it. And let's do maybe one big one coming out like this, and then we can have a few that kind of break away like that. Oh, that should look really cool. Okay, so let's go for that staggered look again. Not quite. Almost. Ooh. Ooh, very nice. And this just gently curves. Whoa, that is gorgeous. Oh, I love that. Oh my goodness, that's beautiful. Okay. Now here's the beauty. We don't actually have to fill the whole area up with train tracks. We can actually put a few of those tank things back in. Yeah, that should look kind of cool. Okay, so let's back this up slightly. It's kind of fun watching these areas come together. Because I have in my head like a little bit of a mental idea of how I want things to look, but now that I'm seeing this, I'm kind of enjoying it. And then, you know what we should do for fun is one that just kind of goes like this to the other side, just so, you know, we mix it up a bit. Okay, I think we're going to have some trouble here. Oh, wait a minute. Hold the phone. Bite your tongue. Don't jinx it. And again, no one's really going to be driving on these, so it's just more so for decoration's sake. If we really, really, really wanted to, maybe we could make another pedestrian, or, I don't know why I always say pedestrian. I meant to say, like, you know, civilian, which I don't even think is the right word I'm looking for either, right? But a non-cargo one, you know? Let's extend this a bit. That'd be kind of fun, or do you think that would be a little bit too much traffic, I wonder? Okay, so let's make these... Oh, we can make them all... Oh, yes, yes, yes. Or wait, no, that's... maybe not. I changed my mind. That's not going to work. I thought I saw that. Oh boy, oh boy. I just don't want that one to end abruptly like that. Wait, there it is. Yes, okay. Excellent. I will take that. Now, $1 million question. Yeah, should we do one more... So we have, I mean, this one, but it's coming from... Yes, we should. You know why? Because we're coming in from over here. So that gives chance, yes. And we'll do it close enough that people theoretically could walk over to this little interchange here. And then kind of move into our in-town transit stuff. Okay. So that means what we're going to need is a road that kind of comes through here and kind of fills in, makes a little bit of a triangle. And on the outskirts of that, we can have a civilian little train station. And I won't make this too tall of an area, so it should look kind of cool and open. And again, for this area, we're just kind of, you know, it's coming together off the top of our heads, which is kind of fun. But I've had, you know, I've had a lot of you suggest stuff on how we could kind of make this area kind of interesting and fun. And we've definitely been working on these kind of things in a few other cities now, so we're becoming experts, which is awesome. Okay, so I'm not going to keep that. It's just a little bit of a mental visual placeholder type thing. Just so I can get an idea. Okay, we'll just use the... Oh, that's a little bit too big. This one's pretty small. Oh yes, that works. Now, in a perfect world, what we can do... Actually, we can probably remove this one, or have that one connect to here, and then have this come in over to here. Why don't we give that a whirl? And then... Yeah, I mean, that really, it shouldn't be too bad, because the cargo trains, they're going this way. I think we'll give it a try. Let's just see. If this ends up being absolutely, like, you know, way too silly, then we can always change it. I'm all about trying new stuff. Okay. Can't be vanilla ice cream forever, right? Alright, now, I wonder how much room we need for this. If these two can coexist. Not really, right? Oh, wait, yes. Yes, really. Oh, neat. Now, you know what would be really cool? Oh my goodness! That would be really cool! And it is. Wow, you know what would be even cooler if that goes to that a little smoother. Oh boy, okay. Cross your fingers for me. Now, the million-dollar question is, like, can we find the spacing in between everything? Yes! Just draw a straight line and the curve should solve them. No, you're so close! Yes, 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 yes. Oh my goodness, sometimes... I love it. Well, don't jump the gun, we haven't connected it yet. There it is. Oh my goodness. And none of them are too... Oh wow, they're not too tight. So that the trains, they shouldn't look like they're kind of falling off the tracks there. My goodness, what a lovely little piece of infrastructure we have here. So theoretically, passengers, they come off here, go over here, and... Oh, you know what we should do is a little bus line or something that kind of just goes through this little area and brings you back. Oh, that's such a good idea. And for those people that enjoy the brisk little walk, what we could do is have a little pedestrian bridge kind of come from over here and go up and over to this spot. What a charming idea as well. Okay, can we get anything in here? We can't. From here should work though. Okay, let's try this. Oh boy. Nothing is ever easy. Okay, I'm kind of picturing something that looks kind of nice, not just, you know, not just because it fits type thing. Okay, so there's something different. And maybe from here across. Okay. And then, oh yes. Yes, 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 yes. And then, I mean, we could just go straight into the corner like this. I was just gonna maybe do, what we could do is have like almost like a dead-end road here. Just go a little bit further like that. And maybe back it up a little bit. Maybe even use one of these ones. Just like that. That way we can sneak like a building or two or just something. And then we can bring this down. Yeah, and yeah, actually that's cool. That connects like that. And again, people can walk over. There's just enough room that we can theoretically put some single unit zoning in here, or maybe some like custom buildings. I have a few small industrial little asset things we can use, and you know, some trucks and like that kind of stuff. Oh my goodness, this is way too cool, and we haven't even like made a dent in this area yet. Oh boy, oh boy. Okay, so another, just so we can kind of get some shape and some mental idea here, because we are actually running a little bit out of time here. Actually, Surprised at how little effort, or not little effort, how little of an area we've actually worked on. Oh my goodness, I can't even think I'm so... My poor brain. Anyway, yeah, we haven't really made that much of a dent in the area in our allocated time. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, but that's alright. Again, we're in no rush. We want to make sure we do a really good job on this. I also have these giant, oh yes, these are so cool. So these things we can use around here. These are big, okay, maybe not just like, you know, these spots specifically, but just for a mental reminder to use these later. I'll show you what they look like once we're out of this view. But these are, goodness, what am I trying to say? They're like coal yards, covered in snow. Well, that's kind of neat and industrial. And again, we can kind of work these in and around the harbor area. But what I'm looking for right here are the seawall assets. Now, I know I saw these ones in our little boating area here. Actually, you know, we'll just use these. Why not? Oh, darn it. We are not getting any points to drop them on. What I was hoping for was like this, right? On both the sides. Probably just a smaller one. Alright, well, if that's the case, we can probably... Darn it, that actually puts a little bit of a damper in my plan, since we have so much stuff already in place. Well, how do these look? Just a little bit, the seawall, say like that. Yeah, you know, they overlapped. It's not really actually the effect that we're going for anyway. And these do look best if after you place him, you use terraforming to kind of push the ground to kind of match the profile of these, so they look pretty neat. So, you know, I think this is not unattractive, so we can kind of keep it as it is. I know it's not really what we were 100% going for, but from overhead, I think it looks pretty sharp nonetheless. It's kind of cool too. I don't dislike that. And this is just so fantastic. All of these trains coming in. Okay. So again, just so we can kind of visualize a little bit, what we can use instead, or say these things, right? And we can make a little bit of a break wall kind of coming out. Let's double this up, make it a little bit thicker. Just, you know, a few things like that, right? Yeah, that probably needs to be a little bit wider at the end there. Again, just to kind of ramp up a little bit of the realism, right? Because you would have a few of these stationed throughout the harbor area just to kind of stop all these giant waves from making the container ships rock when you're trying to load them. Yeah, that's kind of cool. And then what we'd have to do when we would be placing our shipping lanes is we would make sure that we're not crossing any of these paths. Otherwise, it would look really unrealistic too. So, oh no goodness, we can't connect to a route here. Oh boy, it is just one thing after another, isn't it? Oh, we have to have our shipping over here, it looks like. That was not the plan. Again, these are the kind of things I really wish I had just thought of before the episode started. Oh goodness. Alright, well, I mean, I am not opposed to doing this over here. It just really wasn't what I was planning on doing. And this is the one that has, it is the one that has the trains. And so that means what we have to do would be to make a connection from, oh goodness. Okay, new plan. Just really quickly here. And I am just trying to keep a really close eye on time. Let's just move this just so it's out of the way. We do have to back these up a little bit. Okay, so just 2 seconds here. Let's just see. Yeah, okay. So this is theoretically possible. And this can work for me. Okay, so we'll put that there. And let's do a little bit of a better job of lining that up straight. And, oh goodness, is it not going to let me put it there because it's blocking its own path? Well, that is horribly inefficient, but we have lots of money. There, that's a little bit straighter. I kind of like that. Okay, so let's do our best to kind of clean this up a little bit. And I don't think we need the prop enter key on right now for this. But what I would like to do now is connect, we'll use a 4-lane with that cool kind of gridding in the middle. That looks kind of like a proper little industrial approach. Now these roads, I wish you could upgrade. There's a mod out, I think, that just came out where you can access them. I think the asset editor to change, but I mean, that kind of stuff, it's like, I don't know, I'm not, I can't be that bothered, you know, to fix it. Now, preferably, that would go a little bit straighter, maybe from this side. Yeah, that's a bit nicer. I mean, I hate to say it, but all my stuff just kind of comes down to spare time, which I don't have a whole heck of a lot of these days, and so I'd rather be just doing, you know, recordings or like that kind of stuff, right? Okay. And now from here, let's connect this. Right, that works. That's kind of neat. You know what we should do though is probably move this just a smidgen closer. Probably get, I don't want to say we get rid of that because we might still need to reconnect it, but let's move this ever so slightly down. And that way the back of it doesn't look like it's kind of fallen off the hill right there. Let's go back and connect these. And I apologize for not getting to the actual trains themselves, but we'll do that like literally right at the beginning of the next episode. Because I'm very eager to get those in place. It's just, yeah, you know, time and just kind of, you know how it goes. Okay, so let's get this as far down as we can go. That looks cool too. And then what's neat is we can probably put some passenger trains through here as well, and that still kind of tells the same story, which will be nice. Which is that we have a big train yard and that everyone kind of parks here. You know, it could be like a big entrance point for the city. And I know we have the turning lanes on those ones. Let's just go like this. There, it's kind of cool. And then that kind of works, yeah, a little bit more nicely into the area. All right, now, here's the tricky part. What I really would like is to have trains go through here. And in a perfect world, we have trains going in and out on both sides. But, oh boy, what a crazy thing this is going to be. Where are we going to come from? That is a super duper question. I think maybe we could have another line go on the outside. Maybe just elevated like this slightly. Let's see how this looks. Because again, this could be kind of cool. Gonna be a little tricky over here. No, maybe not. Alright, cross your fingers if this looks kind of cool. Because if it doesn't, oh boy. So, oh yes, this actually works. My goodness, this does actually work. Holy smokes, this will be really cool. Oh goodness. What are you doing? Alright, so once we reconnect this, I think we're gonna have to call it an episode, because unfortunately I'll be sitting here for the rest of the night just working away at this. But that is much more what we're after. Oh, this is really getting, this is neat. And what's great too is that we're actually going to be able to bypass most of the train traffic through here, so we shouldn't be too bad. And everything, the way it'll all kind of break away and break off and stuff, it should look pretty cool. Alright, so this, again, this is elevated. So we have a little bit of liberty here with how we want to come across. So why don't we go... oh my goodness. Why don't we go like this? Yeah, and you can never have enough trains going through one area, right? There we are. We'll have this curve. And we'll have that go over like this. Somehow. Now, what's nice about the game is even though you use a straight road like this, it'll give you, see a nice little curved edge right there. So that's pretty convenient. And then I think these two should just connect together. Not quite. So maybe we can get that same kind of luck with that. Yes, we can. Very nice. Okay. Well, I think we will call it an episode right here. A wicked stab at this. I am definitely loving this so far. This is really cool. Now, what I'm thinking we probably should do is maybe have a little bit of a bypass just really quickly going through here. Back these up and I can kind of fix that stuff after. Just like this, you know? But maybe a smaller road. So I don't want traffic to get too bottlenecked in this area. So So why don't we just try that? Anyway, so let me know what you think, guys. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. I'm really digging this. This is kind of cool. I enjoy making these bigger infrastructure projects. And what's really cool is with our next unlock, we actually get the airport. So that'll be kind of something fun to work on too down the road. And we may not do that just right away, but we'll at least kind of, you know, alright, this is not going to work. I'll just try that kind of stuff a little bit later on. Alright, guys, well, again, let me know what you think. I hope you enjoyed this. And until the next episode, take care of yourselves. And I hope you guys are enjoying the variety in the content. So I know some of you are here just, you know, specifically for one particular city, but I hope you guys are kind of enjoying, yeah, kind of working on different stuff all at once. Alright, well, I'll see you in the next one. Take care of yourselves. And yeah, until then, have a great day, guys.